Hi everybody. Thank you for watching my YouTube video. I hope everyone doing well. In this demo, I'm going to talk about introduction of Kubernetes. Kubernetes is a powerful open source system initially developed by Google for managing containerized application in a clustered environment. It aims to provide better way of manage related distributed components and services across varied infrastructure. Kubernetes at its basic level is a system for running and coordinate containerized application across a cluster of machines. It is a platform designed to completely manage the lifecycle of a containerized applications and service using methods that provide predictability, scalability, and high availability. As a cluster users, you can define how your application should run, the way you should be able to interact with the other application or the outside world. You can scale your services up or down, perform graceful rolling updates, and switch the traffic between different versions of your current application to test the features or roll back problematic deployments. Kubernetes or K8s is an open source platform for the deployment and management of a containerized application at a scale. Kubernetes was originally designed and developed by Google for the management of its huge computer cluster and application deployments. Google generated more than 2 billion containers deployments for a week in 2014, meaning that every second Google was launching an average of 3,300 containers. This move continued Google track record of successful contribution to containers ecosystem and cloud native movement, including the development of C groups that ultimately made Docker a successful product and which is also becoming an inspiration for Prometheus. What Kubernetes normally solves? In this diagram, we can see the AWS complex architecture at now placed. So actually Kubernetes solves the major architecture diagrams, and also it is a strength is the abstractions is paired with the powerful and automated and infrastructure and app management. Automation of many difficult tasks. It solves main automation for the difficult tasks for ops and API access, and even playing the field of to DevOps regardless of the cloud. The main key features of the Kubernetes is automatic bin packing, HPA, self-healing, service discovery and load balancing, storage orchestration, secret and configuration management, and batch execution. Automatic bin scheduling. As the name implies, automatic bin scheduling is basically in case if you have the CPU memory utilization, it automatically move the part to different nodes. And also, if the in case if the node has too much of memory utilized, it will try to wait and if not, then terminate the part and move to another other node. So, and at the same time, it can also you can also schedule the memory and CPU on the pod level. HPA is an horizontal pod auto-scaling. It automatically scales the number of pod in a replication controller or deployment or replica set based on the CPU utilization or the custom metrics. The custom metrics can be made the memory limits or CPU limits or the node sectors, those things. And at the same time, we will talk about the storage. It also supports storage orchestration, which means that it can support any type of storage, which is like basically network storage, iSCSI, then self software defined storage, and cloud storage like AWS, GC, and Azure Disk. And self-healing is also one other feature. So that in case if there is a part which is in the replication control which has got killed, it will automatically get self-heal and try to kick off the new container or create a new container. And even it fulfill the parts on every failure in case of an automatic where the system reboots. Service discovery and load balancing. Service is will act like a connector for a client to connect with the pod. Discovering will use of the service look like a pod by environment variables or a DNS service. And also support load balancing for multiple pods. Of course, Kubernetes support layer 7, we call it as an ingress. And also we have various other plugin tools which is provided into Kubernetes. Secret and configuration management. Kubernetes also can keep confidential data such as username and password for running application in an encrypted format. It can be for store, it can be for application logging or database. And at the same time, we also have a configuration management. And the configuration management is like you have an configuration data for your application specific, and you want to change every time you need it. The idea of this configuration, you will keep as a one reference point in the, and you can call it in your pod. So the next video we will talk about sorry, I forgot the batch execution. So batch execution is a job that is responsible for, you can schedule batch, and at the same time you can also do parallel jobs, and you can do it like a cron jobs in case like do a replication and do submit on the new pods. And the next video, we will talk about the Kubernetes architecture and its capabilities. Thank you all.